Welcome to our YouTube channel for college football picks of week 3. I want to take a second to point out our Twitter handle down in the bottom right hand corner at jwent815. It's a good way to get in touch with us on any questions that you might have about some of our picks. It's an easier way than commenting on YouTube. And also there might be weeks down the road where we're not able to get to these videos and we'll just simply tweet out our picks. So obviously the more followers the better, and please go out and follow that.
So with that being said, moving on, we want to do a quick recap from last week. So week 2 of the college football season, we gave you 4 games last week. Really a pretty solid week overall. We had Oklahoma -1.5, Western Kentucky +2, KU +13, Oregon +3.5. We ended up with a profit of $138 just from college football last week. Brings our season total back in the green, so $44 of profit. Again, that's based on a unit system, $100 equal to 1 unit. Another thing to keep in mind with this chart, basically what we're assuming is that you're getting paid -110. What that means is, wherever you make your wager, they're always going to take a commission, right? So -110 is an industry standard, a general assumption. If you get paid a little better, maybe -105, maybe even money, your profits would be a little bit higher. So that being said, that's one of our assumptions that we used. Again, our season total, $44 of profit so far.
Our first pick of the week is Louisville +6. Clemson is coming to town, and this is a classic example of the public pushing the line to where we're going to go with Vegas on their original opening line, where it was right around a pick, and take Louisville and the points. A couple statistics to keep in mind. Louisville is 11-3 against the spread in their last 14 games as an underdog. They're 10-3 against their spread in the last 13 games following a loss, and they're 15-6 against the spread in their last 21 conference games. Clemson, on the other hand, I believe they're ranked 11 overall, but record shows they are 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 conference games. So with this in mind, we are recommending 1.2 units on this play.
Our next game, one of the earlier games on Saturday, UNLV getting 34 points at Michigan. This game really stood out to us, really a big number there for Michigan to cover. We see a lot of value getting 34 points. UNLV, we really don't see them winning this game, but should be able to cover the spread relatively easily. They're 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games as an underdog of 10.5 or more. Michigan actually is 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games, following a straight-up win of more than 20 points, and 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games, following a straight-up win. Michigan opened the season, they lost at Utah. Came back, last week they really looked pretty decent against Oregon State. Put a lot of points on the board. They really look good. However, we see a little bit of a letdown here. UNLV's coming in. We don't think Michigan's going to come out with the same fight that they had last week. Really see UNLV being able to cover this. 1.4 units is what we're recommending.
Our next play is Texas Tech heading on the road to Arkansas, an SEC team. Obviously, Vegas and the public love the SEC, but we think Texas Tech has come out new and improved this year. Maybe to their older form of, putting up just a lot of points. That's something that you see from the Red Raiders often. So with that in mind, we're going to take Texas Tech on this one. They are 6-1 against their spread in the last 7 games, following a straight-up win of more than 20 points. And we're going to put 0.2 units on it and hope the Red Raiders can handle business down in Arkansas.
Our next game, moving to the ACC, a little ACC Big Ten matchup. We're going to take Duke -3. Duke is at home against Northwestern. They're 18-6-2 against the spread in their last 26 games as a favorite, and Northwestern is 19-7-1 in their last 27 road games. Basically what this means, Northwestern had a good win against Stanford. Really seeing a lot of action on Northwestern. However, we see value in Duke. Duke is an ACC team, a little bit stronger conference, but they're only have to lay 3 points here. We think Duke will win this game, win it pretty easily at home. We're recommending 0.6 units on Duke -3.
Our final play in college football for the week are the K-State Wildcats at -10 hosting Louisiana Tech. Obviously, Manhattan's always a difficult place to play, and a non-power conference school coming into town and only being a 10-point favorite, we like them to cover that. You'll see a lot of shops posting 9.5, even as low as 8.5. If you can get in on that, all the better. So look for some of those lower spreads. K-State, they're 35-17-1 against the spread in their last 53 games overall. They're 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 games as a favorite. And on the other hand, you have Louisiana Tech 2-6 against their spread in their last 8 versus the Big 12. And also, one thing to note is K-State has only allowed 3 points on the season this far as a defense. So we look for them to slow down Louisiana Tech's offense, and we'll be putting 1.6 units on this play.
Another thing real quick to keep in mind, this game is really under the radar. We really don't see a lot of money coming in on this game. Two, relatively small schools, really not a lot of public money is going to be placed on this game. Really good game to take advantage of. Get a lot of value here with K-State, only having to lay 10 points. We're recommending a 1.6 unit play.
And we're going to give you a little recap of what we're playing this week. We have Louisville at plus 5.5. We're placing 1.2 units. We've got UNLV headed to Michigan, getting 34 points. We're going to put 1.4 units on that game. The Red Raiders headed to Arkansas, getting 11.5 points. We'll take them to cover at 0.2 units. Duke hosting Northwestern, getting having to take 3 points. We'll look for them to get paid and take 0.6 units on that. And then last but not least, the K-State Wildcats at -10. We're going to take 1.6 units. That gives us a weekly total of 5 units on college football. So best of luck on those, and we look forward to making money with you guys again this week.